Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Still working on this Jeep. New tie rod. I got a new drag link. Yeah, right there. And a new gearbox. I went to Bethel the other day in the last video, and you know, I kept telling Carol, I said, the thing's driving better, but it's wandering all over the road. And I don't know if you can hear it. But bearings are pretty well pooched in that, and it don't feel smooth. Nothing like this one. This one is tight. I mean, it takes a lot of pressure to turn it. That one there takes nothing. They say it's supposed to have like 4 or 5 pounds, you know, to move it. This one here doesn't. So anyway, I'm gonna take off that little pitman arm, and we'll start pounding stuff apart. I'll bring you back at parts and pieces of it, but probably won't film the whole thing. I might do it on time lapse, just because you know how long it takes to do stuff. I'll get set up here. Don't know. Beautiful. One piece of the pie down. This is a little bit skeptical, but we're going to try it. This keeps wanting to kick off. Oh, shoot. Vibration. It's kind of helping. It ain't kicked off yet. Boy, it's a bitch having arthritis in your thumbs. Wow, that's tight. I guess we're gonna have to resort to heat a little bit on that one. I guess we had plenty of load on that one. I love it when you get a good climax like that. Anyway, yeah, I didn't take too much heat. So, yeah, we'll let that cool down for a while. Wire brush in here a little bit. Should be ready to go in the new steering box. So, I better not grab that directly. So, anyway, that's the hardest part. Them other two, I don't think I'll have to heat. Actually, I got 3 more joints to take off. But I'm going to do that. Just unbolt the tires, take them off, you know, while it's jacked up. Swap stuff over. And this is 3 bolts to put on. I'll show you here as I go along. I'm not going to film it all. So I put the other side on already. And as with all aftermarket stuff, fitment is close, but never's right. You know, well, it goes on the inside. What happens is the studs are too long, and they've drilled the holes up too far to the top. Yes, sir. See, it's, you know, it's lining up with a cotter pin hole, and I'm still 1/8 of an inch from where I need to be. So I got a remedy for that. As you can see, we're off quite a ways, and I will take a drill and I will drill another hole down below it, one way or the other, and we'll pin it like it should be pinned. And I'm going to have to put the tires back on before we do any of the adjustment with this rod. So earlier you saw me pound these up with the impact. We're going to torque them now to 60 before I drill them. Oh, that one's just there. That was close with the impact. There we go. 60 is about where the... Yep, good. I'll go over and do the steering arm one. The one that goes up underneath a big nut on the steering gear, that's 185. So I'm going to do those both off camera. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Well, welcome back everybody. Since that last little clip that you just saw with me torquing the front end up, it's been about a month. Just haven't had a chance to get back down here. Shane and Molly came over from Bell's Farming, and Shane, we was looking over the Jeep. I was, hey, you want to run a tape real quick? We took just like 10-15 minutes, did the toe in on this. And that steering wheel, even though it's tipped a little bit, is straight for going down the road. Which I never noticed this stuff before. And I've put 30,000 miles on this. This right here is about straight ahead according to the steering box. Okay? Which, when you look down those tire edges, they're right in line with the back. Dead on. This one here, it's out a little bit. But there's a very interesting thing going on here. I'm going to get a board, and I say I've got a board. Is that there straight? No, it's not straight within a row of anything. Let me get a board here. We can probably use this one here. It's a little big, but just wanted you to see something that's kind of crazy. Now, I know where the problem is. So, as you can see, that's out there about 3.5 inches, I'm going to call it. You go over here to the other side, go off the same place. As you can see, it's about 1.5 inches. So as many of you may know, back in 1974 when this was built, AMC was building this stuff. And they were notorious for quality control issues. The 1 and 2 cylinders on this, number 1 and number 2, I bought it 20 over, so I actually only took 10 per side. So looking at the hole as if you was sitting on it with your back to the windshield, it was drilled crooked at about, 1.5, 2 o'clock, something like that. And when I honed it after boring at 20, there's a little shadow, comes up about 1/2 inch where it never cleaned. No problem. It straightened out the bore and the knock went away. Because I had a wrist pin knock where the top of the rod was slapping from this thing having 2 holes that was crooked. So that was a quality control issue. So now, this thing has been 130,000 miles in its life, and nobody ever picked this up, including me, till Shane was here the other night, and I got looking stuff over with him. So we didn't know where the problem was. We just knew maybe a center bolt broke, all kinds of stuff. And I had just put these springs in about a year ago, and I didn't notice it then. So I finally laid down on that creeper. The spring hanger on the ditch side is 46.5 inches from the back bumper. The other side is 45.5 inches from the back bumper. There is just an inch even from this side to that side, which when you consider that the frame rails aren't that far apart, it really makes this thing go down the road crooked. And of course, I've never followed it. I've always been the one driving it. So I never realized that I was going down the road like that. And man, oh man, you can see it. The 2 edges hit about, 1.5 inches inside of that tire. And then you take this one here and look down it, and it's going right by the edge of the tire. So I got to bring that back. I'm not going to do it on this video. That's going to be a separate video of moving that spring hanger back. But it's kind of an interesting thing. You know, all quality control stuff. They're riveted. I got to, you know, cut the rivets, and I believe they may even be welded to boot. So I got to do the rivets and the welds, but I'm going to move the one on the other side, because as that goes back, this will go forward. And this one is pretty much centered in the wheel well housing. When it's down on the ground, this misses by about an inch or so on the muffler. And, you know, it just fits in there good. This side over here is way forward. You can probably see how much that's ahead compared to the other side. And it's ahead of the back, you know, here. So this side is ahead an inch. So that's going to be my next little thing. But I'll show you some of the stuff that I've been doing. We've been trying to finish stuff up before snow came. And we did. We got most of our stuff cleaned up. That one I still haven't got in the shop. When I get the Jeep done, that's going in the shop because the solenoid went on it. And I pushed it out of the way to make room for the gator to go in there. And, well, anyway. But, as you can see, we have this barn all finished on this side. Came out real nice. That's one of the, it's not one of the most expensive ones, but it's a $60 one. And it has a 100-foot range on that heat sensor, infrared, whatever you want to call it. And it will trip right up there where that little snowball is, just as you go into the driveway. You know, when you walk out in the driveway and you hit that area right by the front of the truck, it comes right on. Same way down here. So that's perfect. So I've also been working in the, well, up in the wood shop. I built a pan holder, I guess you'd call it, just a set of kind of odd shelves for the camper. And, well, I guess we'll turn the lights on here, might help it. But anyway, so this is what I built, because we decided we never used that chair, only one time on the trip. And, you know, she's got her regular pots and pans up here. Got her dishes there, 2 cast iron fry pans there, lids on the bottom. Because these things here, she uses every frickin' day. And it's like, she had them under here. There's 2 problems with that. Number one, it's way back behind the tire, and it's weight, so that's bad. And the other thing is, you know, this is where I sat in the evening, and every time I sat down and got my feet there, I got to swing around, and she'd get stuff out, and anyway. But I made this. It's held in by this, and it's sitting on rubber. So if it does move, we can just push it back, but it can't move very far. So we did that, and now the only other thing wrong with this thing is it doesn't have a hot water loop in it, which I've got the stuff to put it in. So I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, that's another whole video. We'll do that separate. Shut that light off. So anyway, we bought us a back windshield for this. It's not exactly where it belongs. It needs to go up another 1/2 inch and have a couple of bolts put in right here. But the other day when I was doing it, what was it that was in the way? Oh, these here are in the way. These latches. So what I need to do is I need to take it down in the wood shop, and I'll take the router, because I don't know whether this stuff will shatter or not, but I'll take a router and just make a notch for this side and that side, and then that can pick up where it belongs. That'll stop that draft from coming around behind you. And we've got a windshield coming. Haven't got it yet, but we've got one ordered. You know how things are. And but anyway, we've moved a bunch of stuff over in the greenhouse over there. A bunch of benches. We've just been busy doing stuff that is not interesting enough to get the camera out. The only time I should have had the camera out was when Shane was down here. He's just a trip to work with. He's fun. He just had a creeper right there beside of him. He just slides around on the floor. He's just like a kid. He just gets it done. You know, that's all he knows, you know. And he knows he's in a hurry, everything he's ever done in his life, because he's always up against it. But yeah, that was kind of a fun night. I do need to put 90 weight in this. I got to take the bolt out over here. So there's still some stuff needs to be done, but it's not worthy of a video, you know. I've done a video of that. Greasing these things, you know, that's just common sense. So basically, this is going to be it for this video. The next video I do is going to be changing that back spring hanger. And then after that, I'm probably going to do that Airstream hot water loop. I got to go get some, I'm going to actually get the right color 1/2-inch packs. They got red in there for the hot water. I'm going to go get the red. I got all kinds of white packs, and it'll work. We only get it to 110, 115 degrees. But if somebody ever gets in there after, you know, I'm dead and gone with it, and, you know, it's not the right color, they could get screwed up if they're trying to do something. So I'd rather have it be the right color. So we're going to go down and get a, I don't know what the smallest roll is, 25 foot, 50 foot, something. We'll get us a little bit of it, and that'll be another project. So, and I've also got an oil pump for Super C I still got to get done. I got all kinds of work to do. I just, yeah, one thing after another after another. Had the whole family up here for a few days. They all left. And then, of course, this morning we had to plow snow. So anyway, me and Carol are both doing very well. You know, we don't have any sickness right now. And dogs are all good. Oh, we did put a dog door in for the dogs. I'll go on up and show you that. It was the best thing we ever did. So we bought this screen door because the other one was beat right to death. Put it in. It went in, fit perfect. And Diesel picked up that door in less than 24 hours. He just in and out, in and out. Moxie, not so. She took her 2.5 weeks before she went through it by herself. She just did not like that weight of that flap running down the side of her. It just freaked her right out. Because you wouldn't think she was timid the way she thrashes and yanks, but she is. Anything different. And what was it, the day before Thanksgiving, I guess? She decided all of a sudden she went through it, and the first time she went through it on her own, she was good to go. She never backed down again. Now she just goes in and out. Hey, Diesel. How you doing, old boy? He's starting to limp a little bit on the front end there where he's stove up, I think. But, Moxie. She may not come. She, oh no. That's a hard-working dog for you right there. Yeah, you look like you're a hard-working dog. Yeah, I know. You was a slow learner, weren't you? Yeah, they like it. Wood stove's going. We just put a new gasket on that this morning. You know, that's the thing. I do a lot of stuff that just little tiny things. You know, new gasket around there. And they're things that nobody wants to watch that shit. So, anyway. That's all this video is going to be. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Keep safe. We will see you on the next one.